right, we're in standby. I think we're live now.
Let me see. Yep.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Mad Mamluks podcast. My name is Sim. Along with me are my co-hosts, Mahin Islam, the host of Sultans and Sneakers podcast. My man Mort, host of Muzzy Buzz. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
And Sheikh Ul Hind, the blue-eyed devil himself.
Assalamu alaikum. I have to deal with this every week, twice a week sometimes.
I heard your students are calling you blue-eyed devil now.
Oh no, they know better. They're not gonna do
Hey,
that.
if any of
Good.
Sheikh Amir's students call him Blue Eyed Devil, I'm going to come over and give a personal whoop. That's reserved for me only.
That'd be great.
Hey, Mujahid Saeed, wa alaikum assalam. Is that our cousin Mujahid?
I hope it's our cousin.
Mujahid.
All right.
No, that's the wrong spelling. It's Saeed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wish Mujahid was
Is that Mujahid from California?
I don't know. Is that?
I don't know.
Mujahid plus-
Jib Jib wa alaikum assalam wa
Reply if
rahmatullah.
he...
Folks, before we get the show started, help us out on patreon.com/the Mad Mamluks. We got a whole lot of new exclusive offers that are for our patrons, exclusive interactions with any members of the team. You can have new videos that will be exclusive to patrons, exclusive access to our WhatsApp group. You can call up Sheikh Amr at any time of the day for exclusive fatwas that you need, complicated issues that require hours and hours of time. That's your man right there. Wait, oh, you're not. You're
Got a
not,
pretty
you're,
serious face
wait,
on there, bro.
You're not offering
Any
that
time
service?
of the day.
Yo,
I got a job too. Homie. What do you guys think? I just sit around waiting for the
you work?
podcast to happen? Look, oh yes, it's podcast time now. That's time for me to work.
But you should build those hours of research.
I didn't know you
Okay.
have a job.
Like an attorney,
Yeah, I
right?
have a
Like
job.
you should build like an attorney because you are a lawyer, right? You're faculty of law.
Maybe.
No,
Maybe.
I think a dollar a minute is fair. You know, if you require someone to have an interaction with you that requires some kind of detail of the fatwa, some complicated matter. Usually, women issues are those type of issues that require a lot of.
I think women issues should be $4 a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's entertaining too, so you're kind of getting entertained.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
so you should make it a little bit cheap, because those kind of issues.
Because it's like you're listening to some guy. You ever get that question when you're listening to somebody? I'm like, man, this dude's life is screwed up, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not him. Sucks to be him, but anyways, in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Do you ever get that?
No, man. Whenever I see situations like that, I'm like, alhamdulillah for my family, bro. Allah preserve my family, bro. And me and my family. Yeah, bro. I never think, oh my God. Once you think like that, it's
Mind
over,
a
bro.
douche.
Once you think like that, you're doing the wrong
Bro,
thing.
Or you hear a story, it's like you're in your head, you're like, dang, yes, man.
Bro, so what are Sheikh stories? Okay, it's completely anonymous. I'm not mentioning anyone,
He looks at
But-
me
but-
right before he says it.
but he's probably going to give me some crap after the show. But there was this one sister who came to complain to him. He didn't give me any names, by the way, if your sister's watching. But apparently, she was telling him that her husband wants unusual activities in bed, and like he wants to be treated like the woman, basically. Let's just say.
Like woman on top kind of thing. That's what he wants kind of thing, or what?
Like he wants sodomization.
Oh, like with like toys and whatnot.
I think so.
Yeah. Did you?
But anyway.
Lovers Lane usually has a discount sale around Valentine's Day, right after.
Guys,
You
I'm just
should
letting
refer
you
to-
know there's kids and aunties and uncles that watch the show now. All right? Some of them are at my work.
Oh,
bro.
wait, I got a story.
aunties
I
at my
got a
work
story. You
that
guys
are
gotta
over the
stop.
age of
Hold on.
67 years old.
Stop. I got now that Amr is embarrassed. I got a story. So, do you remember when Amr first came back in the States and he was newly married and they hadn't spent a lot of time in the States? They went right to Egypt. Remember? Like it was, so Amr comes back to the States.
No, more.
And
Well, we can't talk about this, dude. Well, we can't talk
he wants to, obviously, every husband does, right? He's just going around. He's like,
Anyways, bro, this
hold on.
Red Bull race car is so sick. We're gonna be auctioning this off if you guys can see this. those of you guys who patronize.
Do you really not want me to say this?
Who patronize?
Wait, do you really not?
Please don't say
Do you
that.
really
No,
not?
I really don't want you to
You
say
really-
that.
Is it like false humidity or like really
No,
not?
because my kids are gonna be watching this too. Bro.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? This will be on a
We can do that on
Patreon
the
exclusive.
Yeah.
So we just
remind me to
Yeah,
record a story
Because
specifically.
you know his aunties and all the people
They're
who
not gonna pay
are
for
they're
nothing.
not going to pay
Dude,
for
I
anything.
guarantee you.
We'll make
like,
it Patreon exclusive.
No, I guarantee you that like out of the 14 people watching now, 8 are his family members.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when
My in-laws are probably watching
when the
right now,
Don when the Don issues the command, they all just
Yep.
More you just get the listeners blue balls.
But there's a lot of things even in the from Chicago to Cairo that we're discussing. Well, I'm not going to discuss unless this was a Patreon.
on Patreon only.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Patreon only stuff in there.
Yeah, basically the X-rated version.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's just things
NC-17.
Maheen
His
always
mind
wants
goes
Maheen always wants like the worst version of the story
You know,
possible.
honestly, I think Maheen would love the microbuses in Egypt. Now, he would just love
Hey,
it.
what's a microbus?
It's like full on contact, bro. All day, 24/7.
Oh, the people who like those pervy guys who grind up against.
It's the big buses and the microbuses. Yeah,
Yeah, but microbus is like even more squashed.
yeah,
Like,
they don't- why
there's a
don't-
very well possibility that you're going to be bumping against everything and anybody.
yeah.
Why don't they have like females only microbuses?
Because it's so crowded. The city's so
Yeah, at
crowded.
that time,
In
it just,
Mauritania, I remember they did that. There was one side the men's side of the bus and one side
it
the women's
started
side.
that way, where like you have,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be that way, but keep in mind, these are like buses that have vans. Do you know what they look like? Do you remember the Toyota, the van, or like the Mitsubishi van that they used to have? I don't know if it was like the engine under the front seat, it's just a slide door.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just that door basically hangs open all the time, and there's people hanging off of it. And instead of using these big, ginormous city buses, 'cause
How are
can't
they
get-
collecting tickets from all these people?
Bro,
Money.
it's an honor
Everyone comes
system.
in.
They just pass forward and they give money to the guy.
But the guys who collect money, they have one guy in the back collecting money. So put it this way: you have a seat like this, a microbus. One guy, the driver, one guy sitting here by the sliding door.
Mm-hmm.
He opens and closes
Yeah.
the door for people, and he's the one collecting the money. So he sees, hey, you guys got to pay up. You got to pay up. You didn't pay.
So
didn't
as you
pay
get
yet."
in, you pay.
Yeah, and some of them are like 7, 8-year-old kids, bro, but their brains are sharp.
Yeah.
Bro.
So what happens is like, and they never shut the door because it literally just stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, and you can't use these big
Unless if
buses.
they're on a big stretch going on the big
Yeah,
stretch.
it just won't happen. So they have these buses going on, but they're crowded, especially when you get closer to Cairo where there's no space for anything.
And imagine the hot summer days, everyone's sweaty and stuff.
Ooh,
No
you're
AC
talking
in
about
there.
BO galore.
Well, it's probably like Bangladesh too.
Yeah, Bangladesh, India, same thing.
Yeah, you know, usually you see the bus in Bangladesh going down. Some dude's spitting his head out the window, throwing up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, because that stop and go traffic.
I've seen that before. Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Bro, I remember BO. When I went to Umrah, some of these countries, I'm not going to mention, I don't want to offend anyone, but some of these
Like
countries,
India.
bro, I'm not mentioning any names or any
Bangladesh?
nationalities, but some of these people stink, bro.
Yeah,
They-
dude, there's BO galore.
Why can't
No, hey,
why
listen,
can't they take showers? Why can't
It's
is
not
that
about showers,
required?
bro. It's not
No,
even about
let me tell you
showers.
something. Wait, do you know why? I figured it out. You want to know what it is? Do you want to know the real reason why this is?
Why?
So I had this driver. I don't want to say what country he's from. I had a driver when I was living in Dubai. And bro, mashallah, we had a nice car, you know. I mean, I set him up nice, so we were driving around, and I enjoyed it. And he's driving, and you know, it's he just gets in the car one day, and the AC vent he blows to the back. It happens to be like just facing at a different angle this time. So he's driving with two hands, and usually it passed by his armpit. And bro, it smelled like death. Like, bro,
Like
I
an
would rather,
infection.
like, honestly, I'd rather smell one of those open hole toilets,
Ugh.
like in Lucknow where you were at.
Yeah, that story from last
Open
time,
in the
yeah.
sewer. So I'm like, bro, stop the car. He's like, what? I'm like, why are you smelling like that? Like, what? I'm like, bro, you have body odor. Like, you don't smell that. He think it's hot outside. I'm like, I know, bro. It's hot. I don't smell like that. So I'm like, let's go. Let's go to the store. There's a store called Lulu Hypermarket. Okay, it's like this, you know, the
They have one
hypermarket.
open in Egypt
Right.
now too. Literally, yeah.
So what happened was, I'm like, yo, let's go inside. So I parked them inside, and my drivers, I treat them like brothers. Like, I mean, if I eat, they eat in the same table. They eat the same food I do. If they want to eat what I'm eating, I make them go get the food, whatever. So they're like family. So we're cool. I'm not pissing them off, right? We're like cool.
Of course, yeah.
Right. I don't want to make everybody feel like I'm just crapping
no.
on some driver. I'm cool with him. I pay him good money too. So, anyways, we go to Lulu hypermarket and we go straight to deodorant aisle. I'm like, well, pick one. And he goes, in his own language, and he goes, nah, bro, that's what women wear, this stuff. I'm like, what do you mean women wear? They're like, yeah, there's a scent in it. There's like the smell, so it's like a women's stuff. And like, we just put on, spray some cologne on. And then it
Cologne makes it
dawned
smell
on me.
worse.
Yeah, but it
Makes it
dawned
worse.
on me that they think that antiperspirant and deodorant is a feminine product. So they don't wear it. But I told him, no, bro. This is the men. I had to show him this is the men's. This is the men's only. Try it. And I got him the gel one, bro. And he put it on, bro. He's like, oh.
Yeah,
Bro,
the gel
this
one is
guy,
the best.
bro, this guy, I swear to God, ever since that day, he had like 2 or 3 in the car. He had one in the armrest, and every couple hours, he just he's putting it on.
That's why you have to tell him to not use it that much.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's like it's a whole new world. Like he was just in love, bro. And I figured it out that he's like, yeah, we think that it's actually just a feminine hygiene product, and it's not for men to wear.
Do they throw cologne under the underarm?
Some people do. Some
they
people
do.
do.
Because cologne
But that
and
makes it
funk,
smell
that makes it
worse.
worse.
That
Yeah.
makes it real
Makes
bad.
it tons
And
worse.
some guys put oud and itter in their
Oh.
armpits too. Bro, I used to live with a guy in Mauritania that used to do that. Bro's Algerian dude, bro. Wow.
It smells like musty socks.
It smells horrible.
Ugh.
Yo, it was like, what was I going to say? So, have you guys tried the natural deodorant? Like,
I
it's-
see
I
like
have, but
it.
I don't like it, dude.
Yeah, I gave up on it. I went back to the Gillette gel.
So you know who uses Hisham uses that because he has an irritation with the regular gel. He uses that, and even that was still some musty. I'm like, bro, you gotta do something, bro.
Yeah, it's like made of the salt or something.
Yeah,
and like
it
tea
just
tree
smells
oil
musty,
and,
bro.
Yes.
It's just not.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing too. If you have a problem with that, if you're not trimming as often as you should, the more you trim, the less you'll smell. Because any bit of hair makes it smell worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting. Can we
Okay,
talk about current affairs? I don't want to
people-
talk about armpits anymore.
People who are in the chat, if you want to call in or talk to us live, I don't think we're allowing video, but you can talk to us and give us a story, a question perhaps. If you fail, you'll never be allowed on again.
Okay, hold on. Let me do the proper introduction. So for those of you
Okay.
who know my channel is StreamYard, there's a link. Click it. You can join on. But just be patient when you log in because Sim is not used to multitasking and I'm not controlling it. So just be patient. We'll get you on. And
I'm not using multitasking. I've been
no
handling.
multitasking with StreamYard. I'm saying.
Oh, with
Not-
StreamYard.
Calm down. It's not an attack on you, bro.
Hey,
I'm very
can you-
sensitive these days.
Can you please screen them to make sure they're not going to give a death threat on me?
I don't know that, bro.
Oh, you can't do that?
I want to hear a death threat on you. That's great.
All right.
That boosts ratings, bro. Mahin threatened to die on this week's
Death threat,
episode.
or like, anyone
Yeah.
who says I'm Munafiq or coward. Like,
Yeah.
Yes. Get on
And
the
then,
line.
and by the way, James Green, I'll work on it, brother. I don't know what happened, but I'll work on it. So, but we'll talk about that on my channel, inshallah. All right.
Ali's in the house. Yo, Ali, call in, bro. What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, Maliki, click. Yeah. Hey, Maliki, click the link in the video when you get a chance. I mean, in the description. It's
Yeah,
down-
I want to hear Maliki Click. By the way, he was on our show about almost a year ago, talking about some of the jinn stories and around this. I think it was around this time of year. It was like Halloween
Oh,
time,
it's not there.
and
It's not there? Wah, wah.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll fix it while you're doing this. I think I
anyway,
can do it.
so I know
Talk about jinn stories?
him being a white brother. I know he might have some thoughts about the recent the poll that IPSU released, Institute of Social Policy Understanding, that Dalia Moga heads.
Yeah, sorry to
group?
interrupt you, but can you
was-
send me that link over WhatsApp so I can do the thing in the background here and put it in the description?
Which link was that?
The StreamYard one.
Okay.
It didn't come up on this link. Anyways, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you reset it.
No, I think he just put in the wrong. We put in the wrong video
Oh, it's on the Sheikh Amar's video,
or something.
story or
Whatever it
something,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
which isn't live. People ask, by the way, somebody did ask, when is part 2 coming out? We recorded it, by the way, but our internet was a little shoddy, so there's some editing that needs to happen.
Real
But
shoddy daddy.
It is recorded, for those of y'all who are inquiring.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right.
I'm trying to be a co-engineer with Sim while doing this but
All right.
that's how it works.
That's pretty dope.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to be working on it in the background, so just go ahead and continue on. Carry on, sir.
Yeah.
So, Maliki Click, you were saying.
Yeah, because there's this Institute of Social Policy and Understanding, ISPU, I think.
ISPU, yeah.
Yeah. So they're a organization that does a lot of polling, and apparently from the polling data that they gathered from Muslims, they found among Muslims that the white Muslims are in fact Trump supporters, or more likely to be Trump supporters, and by a wide margin. They're advertising this everywhere because, you know what, it gets clicks, and it really rubbed me the wrong way. I didn't, especially because
When you first read it, did you believe it?
no, I didn't believe it because first and foremost, white people among the Muslim population is much different from white America. What we commonly understand as white America. White America has been around for several generations. Over here, white America is really one or two generations, usually Albanians or Bosnians, maybe Turks,
Give me the link.
maybe some.
So you're saying
yeah.
who's considered to be white?
Yeah. So it just bothered me that they're kind of trying to, show to the world like, hey, you know what, our crazies are just as crazy as yours, and there's this kind of a narrative that it's like all over social media. White people are bad. All cops are bastards. All these type of negative far left slogans that are being thrown around. I don't think Muslims. That's not our scene. We're not part of this super leftist or super right. We have our own niche. We have our own message. We have our own category. We fight for justice wherever it may be, whether it be with black people, Hispanics, short people, tall people, disabled people, any kind of people or cross section of category is what we consider oppressed. Like anyone who's being legit oppressed is who's oppressed. And the idea that our own institutions are falling into this this game where everyone starts playing oppressed Olympics, where, the disabled person is like upset about the slight that he got compared to some other ethnicity or age group or sexuality, saying that, hey, I feel like slighted, but wait, this disabled person has a legit complaint. They're legit. They can't enter a certain space that they normally should have access to. Let's just say it's something that requires them to function, or maybe it's like a governmental organization, or maybe it's one of those DMV type places, right? Let's just say they don't have the proper setup for those people. Those are legit. That's like these are legit issues, or maybe they don't have the ability to take care of themselves.
Yeah.
And have someone taking care of them. That's legit oppression. But nowadays it's like, oh, based on your skin color, you're oppressed, and it's not. I don't think it's as simple as that.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Or you're an oppressor.
Do you think that it's causing friction amongst Muslims itself?
It's not just causing friction among Muslims, but it's causing an intellectual decline among the population of Americans, amongst the world, where people are not trying to improve their situation and they just have an excuse ready so that they don't
I see what you're saying.
so that they don't succeed. They don't make any attempt to succeed because they say, oh, well, you know what, I'm part of this oppressed category and it's your job to take care of me. So make sure those government handouts are ready and make sure that universal basic income is implemented in the world. And that way I don't have to work for anything. I can just sit on my butt, go on my phone, scream outrage at various people. And some of these and some of these social justice activists that are far left, and I'm not just throwing around the term full social justice warrior just for like as a way to disparage them or whatever. There's legit far left people who are creating tensions between different categories between different ethnicities and things like that, they're getting like spotlights. I saw someone on a mainstream organization like Al Jazeera or something, one of these people who had no credibility, no credentials whatsoever, just because they scream loud, they were hired on to the staff of writers on their news
But are there
organization.
Muslims that were believing that report too, though, about Trump supporters?
So
and
if,
stuff?
what was the stat again? I want to.
I think
I think
people.
it's at 10 to 15%
of white Muslims. That
supporting
sounds
Trump.
about right.
No, it's not 10 to 15, was it? I thought it was
40?
much more. It was like
40%. Yeah, but still, like, if your option is Joe Biden, like, yeah, Trump, dude. I mean, like, I don't see why the data has to be inaccurate.
I'm not saying.
Although, like,
I'm assuming it's accurate. I'm saying
Why
our white people are not the same as their white people, as white America. How many converts? You think there's more converts than Turks and Albanians and Bosnians in America? Heck no. There's no way in heck.
No, I don't understand what the overall point. What's the first?
You're comparing apples to oranges.
I'm saying what's the point? What's the data in the poll?
Oh, okay.
The raw data. In the
yeah, I
poll.
was going to
It's
pull that up right
you're
now.
Like you guys talking
But
about
while you're doing that,
Yeah.
don't Turks consider themselves Asians, though?
I don't know.
Bosnians are white, dude.
Some Arabs
Bosnians are
consider themselves
Hey, look,
white,
if
too.
you're a white Muslim and you're out there and you want to talk about this, use the StreamYard link to join in. I want to hear your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're a Trump supporter, please chime in, man.
Yeah, but all
Trump,
the white Muslims
Trump.
I know are voting for Trump.
You know a lot of Muslims voted
Speaking
for
of Trump, there's a debate
Really?
tonight.
Who?
All the white ones.
Which one? Which one? Hey,
No,
Okay,
actually, I think I know some white Muslims that are voting for Trump.
Yo,
too.
Do you think Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamid, do you think he's a Trump supporter?
Oh, maybe. No, I don't think so. I shouldn't.
he's not
I'm
white
just
though.
joking. Hang on, I'm pulling this up here.
Honestly, anything that comes out from and this is gonna sound real bad, but anything that comes out from
He's gonna say it
Dalia or
anyway.
these people, I don't even read it. Like whatever, bye. You know, I mean, like,
Bye.
Listen.
they will make you feel guilty by anything. I guess the next thing's gonna come out. 35% of Muslim men support Donald Trump. 90% of Muslim women oppose Donald Trump. Men are evil. Yeah, bye. Who cares? You know what I mean?
There
Like,
was the
it's like-
speaking of the election, there's this Illinois flat tax. You heard about this escalation tax? or
the
something?
flat tax, the income tax bracket.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
'cause we got a copy of the Constitution and Illinois revised Constitution proposed
I
in the
got that
mail,
thing
right?
too, yeah.
And I would throw it away. I was like, I asked my wife, like, you care about this stuff? You want to read this? And she's like, I already read it. Do you want to read it? I'm like, not really. And she's like, you want me to tell you what it's about? And she's like, explain to me like anybody of a certain income bracket, it's escalated and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, so we don't want this we don't want this to pass. And she's like, no, we do because not everyone is as unfortunate as us. I'm like, yo, I need money. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
barely getting by.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like that too, but I'll be honest though. If a person is paying, like, basically, if you earn a certain amount and you're paying near what regular working class people are paying in taxes, there's something wrong with that. Like,
But same percentage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's percentage, but I'm saying, like, do you think a guy who earns $20 million a year should be paying the same as a guy who earns $200,000 a year?
No, but like
That's what it's about.
But there's a difference between $300K and $100K.
Yeah,
Or
but I'm saying,
150.
regardless of that, I'm saying if you're making in the millions, you should be paying more taxes.
Yeah, but that cutoff is at like the income level that we hang out at.
Well, I'm
You know what
not.
I'm
No,
saying?
no. I'm telling you, listen, bro. Listen, I am cool with the fact that, like, look, if they make the millionaires who make multi-millions pay more, we ultimately pay less in our gross taxes. Like, meaning that, and we have less chances of our taxes rising anyways from our income bracket.
Are you a communist?
No, hell no.
Are you
But I
con-
believe
you
in
said it with
fair,
a straight
but I
face. Are
believe
you
in
a
fair
communist?
taxation though. I don't believe in redistribution of wealth. I believe in fair taxes. If you're gonna have a tax system, let it be fair.
Yeah, but I think the people at the 250 range who just are above that are getting screwed.
If you
they're-
are a single, at 250. If you're joint, no, it goes higher than that. But
Is it joint higher?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Then I'm a vote for
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Alright,
I mean, if,
We have the graphic up. Let's look at it.
and who does? What's the sample size?
Okay, so
it's too
the
small to
yellow
afford.
the yellow bar is what the general public is. So what general Americans are like, and the blue bar is Muslims. Okay.
Okay.
So apparently in
So 20% black Muslims
can
approve Trump?
Can I ask? Can I just give a preliminary, like, just opinion by looking at this? First of all, when you see that little star, the asterisk in the bottom, sample too small to report. Like, bro.
well, there's not going to be that many white. Like.
Well, why are you doing this poll anyway?
Non-Muslim, non-Muslim
look,
Arabs.
here's the problem. Like, here's the thing, right? If you're gonna do a poll, right, be transparent about who they are, what demographics they come from, what income bracket they're from, what part of the country they live in. You know, that all that is important in determining where they're gonna vote, right? You can't just take anecdote. I mean, how do I know this is not some kind of bullcrap Twitter survey where some guy put a poll on Twitter?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. That's another thing. Like, where are you getting these surveys from?
Yeah, Twitter posts real data, bro.
No, it's, yeah.
I mean,
So, how are you polling? And so these are some of the questions that I want to ask some of the people who are involved with this organization. I hope to reach out to some of these people and see if they can, if they would be willing to come on the show. I think
somebody hit you up, by the way?
Yeah, somebody I talked to could possibly be interested in doing it. I don't want to commit on his behalf, but
Right.
hopefully, inshallah, we'll have him on the show because this really irked me. I got really triggered when I saw this because it
You got triggered?
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
triggered.
I got triggered, man.
Ooh,
Yeah.
triggered.
Because this kind of crap is when you introduce this stuff into our communities, then we start having what happened at my mosque. Remember what I told you about the ethnic tensions where people wanted equal representation of each ethnicity on the board. So we had a collapse where lawsuits and all these type of crazy issues happened where our mosque was stuck in litigation for almost a year, and a lot of money got wasted for. I mean, but alhamdulillah, the good brothers did not use the mosque funds for this. So
we need
It was amazing,
Islam for Europeans to come comment on this.
You know, I'm in a Telegram group, man. It's pretty dope.
yeah.
I'm like, I feel proud. I'm
Are,
like,
are
man,
y'all
they-
like wearing
But
hoods and
how
stuff?
did you get in there? You're not even white, bro.
Yo, but I'm like pretty much white at heart.
No, you're not. Did you mourn Eddie Van Halen's death?
Oh, I don't listen to that music, man.
Oh, bro, get out of here! You were ejected from the white camp.
I was born in the U.S.
That's the wrong singer, Mort. You're ejected too.
Bruce Springsteen, who that is, idiot.
Okay.
I'm just saying, oh my god, like you think I don't know who Eddie Van Halen is? Oh my goodness. I'm an 80s
This
child.
was Van Halen.
Van Halen is what you listen to after a good breakup. Man.
Wait, hold on. Amber used to hold
like,
on.
Ain't Talking About
so
Love,
this
you
is
ever
back in
listen-
high school. Amber used to Guns N' Roses.
Amber
Shot
Guns N'
to the
Roses.
heart.
That
No.
was Bon Jovi, bro.
He never listened to
He had a CD in his Honda Civic.
That was,
Bon Jovi,
was
that
Oh,
was
Bon Jovi. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's
I
Bon
wasn't
Jovi.
cool
Bon
enough to
Jovi's
listen to
dope,
Guns N'
man.
Roses.
Bon Jovi was like a chick. You listen to it for girls.
I like Bon Jovi too.
No, but the what was the other one?
That was
Paradise
a
City.
small phase. That was a small phase.
Take me home where the grass is green.
That's
That's Guns N'
that's Guns N' Roses.
I never listened to that. I never listened to that.
He
That
was,
was a
he was,
small
he was
phase.
thinking about Jannah, bro, when he listened to that song. Take me home where the girls are pretty.
Actually, I'm not gonna
Parents.
lie. I did think about that. I'm like, wow, pretty girls, hoodies, grass green, Jannah. Take me home, man.
So
Chef, did you ever, imagine Jannah to be like that?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
You know, you ever have a theme song you might want to walk in as you walk through the pearly gates?
You know what this
Like-
reminds
It's
me
not
of?
a UFC fight.
No.
Wait,
I
it's
mean,
not a boxing match.
bro,
Okay,
okay, if there was a song that you would, when you're walking through the gates,
Oh, I have
you
a
would want to
song.
play.
Let me ask you a
I
question.
have a song.
Actually,
Actually, like started from the bottom, now we're here, and I'm coming like I'm walking in like.
Why are we having this conversation?
I was thinking "Juicy" by Notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah.
That's a dope one
But you
too.
know, this reminds me of. Do you remember Talladega Nights where he's like, yeah, bro. He's like, I like my Jesus wearing like a tuxedo T-shirt because like he's casual. Jesus. I think he's like a Leonard Skinner concert.
I like my Jesus, baby Jesus.
Hey, but by the way, from a fiqh point of view, is it haram to wish there's music in Jannah?
I don't know, man.
Wait, why would it be haram to? Well,
Yeah, there's gonna be halal versions of it. What was haram here?
Oh yeah.
But that's why
Jannah.
we're saying, what song would you walk in? It's like we're talking about Jannah. Why would I want to walk into a song, bro?
Yeah, because in Jannah you'll have halal songs.
No, but it's
It'll be halalified Aerosmith and halalified Metallica.
Never mind, bro.
You'll see
No?
Stevens. Yo, you don't
This
be
is
dope. You
funny.
don't,
Wait,
you,
wait,
you don't
no,
be
no,
dope though.
wait, legit-
Why do I feel like we're in Family Guy?
No,
right
no,
now?
wait,
I feel like we're a skit in Family Guy.
wait. Legitimately, is
I
that?
feel like you took us to
Wait,
Family Guy.
Amr, wait. Legitimately, is that wrong to fantasize about that? Like, hey, I want to. I mean, Jannah, what I'm gonna.
Yo.
No, I'm being dead serious, bro.
It gives a wrong understanding what Jannah actually
Hey
is.
man,
bro.
I'm saying in Jannah, I understand you can have whatever you. I mean, essentially
right.
you want good, but I mean, whatever it is, I'm saying I'm sure it's a halalified version. But if you want to have a big rock concert and you want to walk
Right.
around,
Well, yeah.
That's totally cool. But what I'm saying, when someone says they want to walk into Jannah with a certain song,
Like a song, like a,
it's like, bro, Jannah has nothing. The Jannah has everything to do with the Quran. It has nothing to do with song and music. So it's like somebody saying like, I want something that's so like limited to this world, to something that has so much grandeur to Jannah. You know what I'm saying?
are you basically saying that people who
but
are
I mean,
thinking
but
about
doesn't Allah entice you with things that are from this world too, though?
He does, but there's nothing like it over there.
Of course, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it's gonna be a dopest song
So
ever.
someone-
No,
the dopest song ever.
AKA 72 versions, bro.
No, it might.
I'm gonna have
be,
like
AKA throw AKA hashtag.
no, but it might be. It's like you mentioned Aerosmith, right? You got an Aerosmith song. So let's say Steven Tyler, assuming he's in the Hellfire, he's playing in Hellfire while getting burned. You can watch Steven Tyler getting burned alive in Hellfire while he's playing a song, and you're hearing it in Jannah.
You just surprised him. He
You know what
never
I'm
thought
saying?
about that. Bro, this guy is so creative. He just used it for the wrong things. He's
You know.
so creative.
But
I'm afraid because he's gonna go sexual with this.
No, he's not.
I'm afraid we have to drop this right now.
Every time I
but I almost feel like though, like if you like, I to get a little serious, are you saying the people who think about Jannah this way, we ain't even gonna come close to smelling Jannah?
That's not, no, stuff I'm
Not?
not saying.
What
You
he's
saying
saying
that?
is, if you think this way about Jannah, you have a problem with your iman, bro.
No, that's not what
Yeah,
I'm
that means,
no,
that means we gotta do the time first, get them sins burnt off.
Astaghfirullah. No, never, bro.
No?
Never, man.
All right.
That would. Who the heck am I to say that, bro? Never mind.
But,
Can we change the subject too, bro? I want to really honestly talk about your guys' take on Trump. I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys about
Dude,
this.
Trump is a Teflon Don, bro.
Bro, because my politics I
He
get
made
from
it
you
out,
guys.
bro.
What'd you say?
My politics I get from these two guys. I really want to know their what they think
Look,
about
I
all
told
this.
you before that if he makes it out of this thing alive and he comes out and he beats it, it's gonna be
But
the
is
worst
he
thing to
completely out of it
happen.
now?
For,
He's
I
not
mean,
out of
he's
the
feeling
clear.
great, bro. He's back home,
He's acting like he's feeling.
bro. If he's out of the hospital, he's fine. I mean, he's surviving, and if he survives, he's gonna be like, "Look at me, guys! 2 days down, I'm
I mean, he's
out, and
already
I'm
doing
74 years
Yeah.
old." Don't let it hold you down. He's already tweeting out. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, don't fear it. Don't let it dominate you." I mean, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you have a choice whether an illness can dominate you or
Yeah.
not. Like, what an idiot. But anyways, he's out there, and remember, it was like an epic moment where he goes in the White House, he just pulls off the mask, like,
Yeah.
like,
Yo.
Did you feel like he was just like
it
Superman
was like Team
unbuttoning
America.
his shirt?
No, it was like a Team America moment.
Team America. Team
The
America.
wind was
World
blowing,
Police.
the spotlight was on him, the helicopters were there. Like, it was like a Team America
Like
moment.
that song on YouTube with America. America F yeah, America.
Yeah.
That's like every time you guys talk like this, that's what it reminds me of, bro.
Turka.
Okay, cool. Oh, we got some people in the stream.
Oh, that's
Jump
right.
Okay.
on in.
Maliki, hop on in. We're gonna go ahead and add
No,
you.
that's me.
Maliki is.
Oh, Maliki. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't see you back. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Assalamu
Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Can you hear us, bro?
Oh, you gotta unmute him.
Oh, sorry, bro.
You gotta
Can't unmute your guests because they chose to mute themselves.
Oh, so he has to unmute himself.
Maliki,
Yeah, Maliki, click. You gotta unmute yourself, buddy.
let's add Bashir.
Or the audio, maybe. Okay, Bashir. Oh, this is my my homeboy. He's the
Yeah.
he is the Ahmadi guy who became Muslim.
Mashallah.
Oh.
mashallah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we were
this-
talking on Twitter the other day
This is
too.
my homeboy. He's the
Salam alaikum, Bashir. How you doing?
Hey, Bashir, can you?
Yeah.
Hey, you're gonna have to mute the YouTube stream, otherwise you're gonna hear an echo for us.
Salam alaikum, Bashir. How you doing?
Yeah, so you're gonna have to.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers. Hey, how's it going? Just had a quick
Salam.
question. Oh, okay. Am I unmuted?
Yeah,
I just had
yeah.
a quick question. What do you guys think about Qasim Rashid getting elected in Virginia's first district, or potentially getting elected in Virginia's first district?
That's Simmons'
Good
boy,
question. Good
What's the
question.
word?
So let me just give this out. Anyone out here listening from Washington D.C. better go out there and expose Qasim Rashid and say that he doesn't represent Muslims. He is obviously they're pushing this nonsense of this Mirza Ghulam Ahmad guy, and they want to utilize that framework of calling themselves a Muslim in order to get that minority vote. But these guys are total charlatans. don't even. I mean, he'll be the first to call you like ISIS if he doesn't like you.
No,
Yeah.
this group. It's important people understand that this group has, when they were first created, they were created for the colonial project to expand, so that they basically paid this guy. The British Empire paid this guy named Mirza Ghulam Ahmad to propagate loyalty to the British Empire, because the Muslim populations up in the north were very resistant. So, in order for to have devout, loyal subjects spread across the subcontinent, this movement was given a lot of help from the Britishers.
As to add on to that, Mirza was a huge opponent of rising up against the colonialism. He was like, no, just be cool with them. Don't worry. There's no jihad against them. But later on, when you went against him, there was a jihad. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you went against the British colonialism, there was no jihad. Actually, my man here, he knows a lot about that history. I don't know if he wants to share. Bashir, are you still there? I think he's on mute right now, though.
Okay. But yeah, what the audience is seeing Qasim Rashid on the left hand of their screen. That's he's going up against a gentleman by the name of Rob Whitman.
Yeah, I'm still here. What part do you guys want to know exactly?
So just kind of tell the audience, maybe I guess, a little bit about how.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
You guys got to put me in.
Yeah, no, you're in.
I'm here.
Yeah, you're in.
We can hear you, bro.
We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me just.
Is he not on YouTube? Is what he's saying?
You're in. I'm here.
Yeah, you're in. We can hear you, bro. We can hear you.
There's a delay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can't hear you guys though. Like,
okay.
I have to go to the stream, and then there's like a double voiceover situation going on. So my hair is all messed up tonight.
So let me just.
And then there's
hold on. You might have to use headphones, buddy.
Situation going on. So my hair is all messed up.
Oh, you know what?
Okay. Yeah, just basically Bashir, is it?
Bashir.
Yeah, Bashir Al-Bashir Publications.
Yeah, Bashir,
Yeah, so I can't hear what you guys are talking about. I'm here in the backstage. Qasim Rashid's trying really, really hard, though. In Virginia's 1st District, he went for Senate last year or 2 years ago, and that didn't work. He's been ordered by the Khalifa. I have inside information that the Khalifa is asking him to do this so he can put the Ahmadiyya issues at the forefront of American politics. So that's sort of the situation.
Cool. Well, Mort's missing. Okay. Mort, get back at you, Steve. We'll figure it out later.
No, that's the
All right, let Mort do it.
I'm surprised why you can't hear it. It's okay.
Maheen, isn't it amazing?
No,
how
he just
easily
needs to wear
distracted
headphones,
some
bro.
good- Al-Bashir.
He just needs
We
to
have
wear
a guest
headphones.
on Al-Bashir Publications out of nowhere.
No, Al-Bashir Publications is a very important publication. It's like a historic place. You know?
Yeah.
They have the entire Jamal's Dean Zaragoza collection.
Yeah, let's see if Maliki Click is it. Can we bring him in?
Oh, did you ever see my radicalized pictures?
No.
You never saw my... You were in Mauritania when I was radicalized.
It's radicalized. He wants
Bro.
to call it
Is this the one where you
Yeah.
had that bandana, the Ishigigi mag?
Bro, this is my...
No, I remember that.
This is my radicalized...
Got the headset on.
This is my radicalized picture when I was radicalized and when I was in the mid 2000s.
With a Nike turtleneck.
That's what I was thinking too.
People were terrified.
You know what? We actually
who
had
is
that
this-
flag, though.
This crazy man.
I actually had that flag. I used to take it downtown to Daily Center.
I was fit too back then, bro.
Where'd you
Look
take
at
that picture?
this. Remember when I was messaging you? Hey, Sheikh, or not? I didn't call you Sheikh, but hey, I lost a lot of weight.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. When
check
you
me
got to,
out.
like,
And I was sending you
165 or
like
something?
all kinds of naughty pictures. No, I wasn't. But
When you got to like 170, 165 or something?
yeah.
That's when
Okay.
you were running like crazy, right? I remember
running
that.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when you lived in Bolingbrook. I remember that.
Yeah, I kind of got bulimic too. I had like all kinds of eating disorders and.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, bro. You can't lose that kind of weight in
Dude,
like
you do the
3
whole
months,
finger
bro.
down your throat kind of
You were
thing?
vomiting?
Oh, I don't know if I was vomiting, but I was like not eating much at all. Like
That's
300.
anorexia.
Yeah, like 300, 400
Bulimic is when
calories
you're
a day.
inducing vomit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like taking like caffeine pills because I was like fainting almost. So I would take like a lot of water and caffeine pills. Remember?
Yeah,
back
but
then?
this is when you were taking like ephedrine, bro. Ephedrine, whatever it was.
Yeah, ephedrine, all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff.
I remember I took one of those pills in COD, and I remember the middle of the class, right? My heart just went.
But you know what?
And I got in the middle of the class. I'm like, I'm out of here. I just went out of class. I just ran out of class, bro. I ran around the whole college.
But did you know the radicals? The radicals actually do that too. They have a lot of pills that they pop while they're on the battlefield.
No,
yeah, they found
ISIS was giving amphetamines to their people.
Yeah. That's what I thought so ironic that the stuff I was doing back in the mid 2000s. These jags,
Right.
huh?
Apparently
They started doing that. Like I was ahead of the curve, man.
No,
I was ahead of times.
You were 20 years ahead, bro.
apparently.
Maybe I was giving orders. No, I wasn't. FBI. I'm just joking here.
Apparently though, that it's true. Like they were taking like speed and methamphetamines, and ISIS was, and like, you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember was it under Al-Mu'tasim where they had Al-Hashashin?
Mutasim Billah, who
Where
heard the cry of the woman,
Yeah.
and he sent an army.
Yeah.
there was, I don't know if it was under him, but there was, was it under Al-Hakam bi Amrillah? I think it was under him. Yeah, where they had a group called the Hashashin.
Yeah.
And they would just like basically get them high on hash, and they would say you have to go, and they would remind them of Jannah and like tell them all this stuff, right? And then they would have to go out and like promote, like do these missions. And if they die, they die. But they were so good. The word assassin comes from hashashin, right? Because hashashin became assassin in Latin and assassin in English. But yeah, anyways, but they actually got to a point where they almost killed the Pope. Like they assassinated him, and that was like but at the last minute they made some kind of offer, and so at the last minute they were told to withdraw, but they were actually within the quarters of, I mean, they were dope like assassins. Like the whole idea of Assassin's Creed and all that comes from the Hashashin. Yeah. So they'd get them high and make them dream about Jannah and be like, oh, we want the Hur Ain, and then they would go and just do whatever they wanted to do.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Mort, you're getting some nice white streaks on your beard. A lot of people are commenting that your beard is very nice and lined up. And
my beard's all, but this is the racing stripe. I don't know what that means.
Have you considered dyeing it
No, never. Why?
black?
Hell no. Why not?
That white stripe looks pretty dope, though.
No, I wear with wisdom, bro. With pride, bro.
Yes, man.
It took me a while to get these, man.
You know how long it took me to do
I went with
that,
pride. I mean, do you want to dye yours?
No.
You do?
No.
Oh. How about we do it red, though? Like the henna.
Like bright red, like the uncles, like orange?
Yeah.
No,
Just
dude.
do the tips. How about the tips?
Just
right
one
here?
time?
We'll just do the tips. Like
If you do it, I'll do it with you. It's bright
You would?
red, bright orange, bro.
Is it
You
permissible
would do
to dye it black?
It's not permissible.
Only-
You have to do it black. Yeah.
I thought
You can
only-
do
Wait,
any
no,
shade
I
other
thought-
than
I
that.
heard
Any
if
color but black.
I heard if it was premature, like the whites came in too early in age, that you're allowed to paint it black or
maybe as a medical. I mean, as a.
No,
as
it's not a medical thing. It's just like, hey, you know what?
If somebody has.
I'm in
some
my
type of
mid
defect.
40s. I shouldn't be having whites.
No, mid 40s. Everybody gets whites. Bro.
No, man. I think whites
yours?
should be coming in like when
No,
you're
that's
60.
from age, bro.
When you're
Anything
an old
after
man.
No.
anything after 28 is from age, bro.
yeah. Because
I beg to differ, ya Sheikh. But it's
Good,
okay.
San Francisco.
We will have ikhtilaf on this issue.
no, after
Why
like
the fuck
40,
you
like a
ever get-
buzzard. Yeah, you're like buzzard after 40, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. No, but the
Don't
thing
use
is,
words that he doesn't know. He's gonna butcher it, bro. He's gonna butcher it.
no, but
bro.
what do I think too?
What? I heard something about a bosom.
Buzruk.
Oh, buzruks.
Yeah, Buzruk.
They're all the old people, right?
Yeah.
They say
Look how happy he is.
doston buzrukon. That's what they say.
Yeah, but anyways, the thing is, yes,
Friends and old people.
Adnan Kabir, they almost had one. Well, they didn't try to. There was a mission to go take out one of the popes because they were leading the Crusades.
But weren't the Hashashin Shia?
They were,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know about them
Though the
anymore.
Fatimiyya, they were the Crusaders were trying to launch their paganistic crusade against the Muslims, and so to repel them. It was all political, to be honest. Actually, at some point, even the Hashashin tried to assassinate like Sunni leaders in conjunction with like Crusaders. Like Crusaders hired them to do it like mercenaries.
Speaking
Yeah.
of Christianity, Maheen, weren't you gonna change some of Nini Dali's T-shirts that you had to Muslimize or something?
Yeah, because Chicago Native is with the streetwear brand that Juan, he had in Chicago. He moved to Texas, by the way.
Oh, he's out.
He bounced. They ran him out of town, man.
Wow, they probably figured out where he lived and everything too.
Yeah, I mean,
We gonna shake these crazy bald heads. Out of town. Remember that Bob Marley song? Oh my God, you don't remember that? Oh,
Bob Marley?
Anyways.
I've not listened to that kind of music.
Yeah,
I
so
love Bob
So
Marley.
if any of you guys know good T-shirt connects, more Maheen's looking for a T-shirt connect.
I like the Chicago native stuff, but I want to put crescents on it. So then I'll send him a mess. I'll send him some pictures of it. They're like, hey, look what I did to your shirt, man. I'm gonna, because I got an orange one, like a bright orange Chicago native hoodie. I'm thinking about putting like a Kaaba, like a big Kaaba on the back. You know what I'm saying? Or
bro,
maybe
just get a La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah patch, bro, and put it right in the middle.
no, but I can't went to the restroom though. I might get Chicago Sharif written in Arabic.
Chicago Sharif.
Written because it's Chicago native, right? I might get Chicago Sharif written in
Yeah,
Arabic.
put the Sharif.
That'd be dope. And a crescent or something. Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to ask you guys is on air, just to embarrass you and Mort. What's this thing?
We embarrass
embarrass
us?
us?
Like, what are you crazy?
Us shaming
both at the
people?
same time.
How are you gonna embarrass us? I don't remember.
These are men without ghira, ya sheikh.
Anyways,
They are what the popular term now that has been made popular called CUCKS. That's what is.
Cups?
They are.
Oh, yeah.
That's what these are.
Anyways,
guys,
yeah. What's the question?
So what's this thing about Christian live sessions that you guys want to just go and troll or something like that? What's this all about?
Oh, we were talking. So, these Pentecostal guys, they got this.
Pentecostals, yes.
Yeah, you gotta be like specific about what kind of heathens we're talking about. These are like, but I like this type of heathens because they're passionate. Like some of the heathens are just too laid back and too nice and too lovely, and you can't really engage with them. The aggressive types, you can kind of get in with them a little bit, like play in the mud. So they got this, they do street preaching and stuff. So they do something downtown Chicago. I think
so you guys physically wanted to go there?
What do you think?
I'm gonna go, bro. Look, I'm tired of these pagans, bro.
That's what's
No,
up.
I mean, because they're getting bold, bro. Like, they're coming out in videos. Like, I was in Sam Shimon's troll. In his stream the other day, I was trolling. I'm like, wait, why do you believe in that three-minded God nonsense, bro?
Well, wait. Who's Sam Shimon and what's he all about?
He's part of like this, one of the guys that are one of the most fiercest opponents on YouTube.
He has a big following.
Pretty decent. I mean, it was him, Nabil Qureshi, David Wood, Jay Smith. These guys.
Oh, those guys. Sam
Yes.
Shimon. Okay.
And Hossamo used to live in Chicago.
Hossamo.
His name is Hossamo Shamoun, but he goes
Sounds
by Sam.
Egyptian, Misri, yani.
He's Assyrian.
Assyrian.
Assyrian, yeah.
Assyrian,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He's Iraqi Assyrian, yeah. But anyways, but yeah, I just go on and just and just troll them. I've told them straight up like 1,000 times. You no longer want to talk about your Trinity because it's pointless, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up every time.
I think that's why you should bring. You were saying you want to bring out the Sheikh Uthman dude.
Oh yeah,
He's a good dude. I like him.
actually talked to him today, yesterday. I talked to him on the phone, and we're gonna bring him on inshallah. I think October 18th.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about him so that they can look out for it.
I mean,
Sheikh Uthman, what's his whole name again?
Sheikh Uthman ibn Farouk. Oh, Sheikh Uthman Khan.
Okay,
just put it that way. He studied in the UAE. He is, he studied classical books of fiqh and aqidah, and he teaches in I think San Francisco.
Okay. So is that where that Dawah table was? That video that you sent? Was that in San Francisco?
So yes,
Okay.
don't quote me. Somewhere in California. I think it's Sacramento or San Francisco. One of the two. I remember, but he's part of the One Message Foundation.
One Message.
So the idea is that Tawheed, like what the all Anbiya brought Tawheed, and everything he does is fi sabilillah. He doesn't charge. He works a regular job. He's the imam of a masjid, but he teaches fiqh classes. He does da'wah. He does all that stuff, all fi sabilillah. But his main thing is calling people to Islam. And the story is pretty interesting because he was originally like a gangbanger, and like he was like involved. Like by the time he was like 14, he had like guns all up in his house. He had a gun possession charge, all the stuff. He's rolling around with the Mexicans because he was new from Pakistan, and there weren't a lot of Muslims around him. He couldn't fit with the blacks or the whites, so naturally,
The Latinos.
California.
people our skin color, they gravitate toward the Mexicans, right?
Oh,
The
apparently
Latinos.
there's a debate going on tonight.
Yeah,
Kamala and Pence.
yeah. We'll check it out in a second.
You're a big debate guy, right?
I love it. I'm sad I'm missing it, but I mean,
No, it bothers me why you are though. Like it's to me, it's the same.
I
Same
love
side
it,
of
man.
this,
I love the attack. I
It's
love the
entertaining.
rhetoric.
It's
They're
entertaining.
both like two sides of the same coin. They're
Yeah, I
like,
know, but I'm not saying I
there's
like
no
either one of them. I just love the political
I'm
drama.
not, no,
I like drama.
Yeah,
Drama's
political
good.
drama.
but
Like, I love when Trump told him, "You call, don't you ever use the word smart with me? You are the glass in your class."
so it doesn't bother you
No.
that you know, it's just theater and
No,
none of
because
it's actually
why would
real.
it bother me? I know what
They're
it
not
is.
going to actually talk about anything substantive and
No, it's like watching
No.
Saturday Night Live, bro. It's like
Yeah.
watching comedy. Honestly,
I mean,
no, I
comedy
mean
for me.
yes, the last one with Trump and everything, it was comedy, right? It was
Yeah.
like ridiculous.
it was so funny.
But in general, these debates have of zero value to the voter or for any reason, because everything is catered responses,
Dude, a lot of
everything's
the
general.
people, dude, check this out. A lot of the people that I know that on all the different WhatsApp groups I'm on, I think a lot of the people just need a fake hope in something. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot
Right.
of people know
No,
that it's not real.
listen.
They just need to have something in front of them so they can actually somehow convince themselves
Like,
that this is all
see,
real.
the reason why it bothers me is because the people I look up to,
Oh.
the smartest
Hey, bring
people in the
Maliki
world,
click in.
the most intellectual people in the world, no one pays attention to this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they think it's like for idiots, the masses. Like, this is like just or WWF or
Yeah,
WWE
it is.
or whatever, you know, wrestling type of meatheads who, you know, for all intents and purposes, are going to make no change in the world, you know, and. But okay, let me go ahead and add Maliki.
Yeah, so while you do that, so the thing is, the reason why I'm watching it is not because I think they're going to dynamically say anything different, right? The thing is, you've got to understand that these people are looking for people that are going to represent their party. And it's not like that they're going to change what they represent. Each side has their own value. Like, they're pushing out there. Like, you know, Democrats are going to be leftist. No matter who is running from the Democrats, they're going to support him because they're all leftists. Republicans are going to be all conservative. So no matter who's running, he's our man. So we already know their policies. We already know that.
I
right?
added Maliki in.
Yeah, I don't know.
We just
Maliki,
found-
click. Sorry, I think you're having some audio issues. You got to make sure your mic is your microphone is connected. Otherwise, it's not going to allow you to unmute. So you got to make sure your mic is connected. But anyways, so these things are already decided by partisan values already. Right, like, you know, each party has their values. Like, you know, if you're gonna be a Democrat, you already know they're about abortion, they're about, you know, redistribution of wealth, they're about equality and feminism, and, you know, if he's from the Republican or conservative side, he's about lower taxes, smaller government, you know, Israel, you know, pro life, you know, stuff like that, right? You know that. So it's not really like they're going to talk about anything different. I enjoy the banter because what happens is, like, you get to see the real nature of people come out, like in the fans, not like the politicians, right? You get to see this animal, beastly nature of people. You get to see like how two neighbors who've been living next to each other for like decades, and one becomes different.
You know, it kind of just totally reminds me of, you know, like in the Hunger Games. Do you guys watch Hunger Games?
Yeah.
You know, like part 2 of Mockingjay. And then, you know, it was basically part 4, basically of.
I think I just saw the first one.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
But it totally reminds me of that. Those of you guys that watched it, it's at the end. You know, she's trying so long to kill this guy.
The
Spoiler alert.
leader, right?
Yeah, named Snow, and then the lady who was claiming to want to overthrow and bring peace and justice, she ends up being shot by the main character too, because it's just a vicious cycle. She wants to just be the leader and all, like.
Oh, so the person who wanted to the candidate who wanted to bring peace was also an oppressor.
Yeah. And when she came in, it's a lady, and then by the way, this is a major spoiler if you haven't watched all 4 parts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just watch it.
I mean,
Okay.
it's several years
It's a good
old, right?
movie.
So there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a good
actually,
movie.
yeah. I'm every time I get around, I see it on like my queue, and I just like, I'm not gonna watch it. But yeah, go ahead, say it. So she ends up killing her because she's also an oppressor.
So they have the original oppressor, the guy who was responsible for the let's just say the country, without giving you guys too much details, I guess. They have him against a pole, and she's supposed to do the honors of killing him, right? Because she basically got all the popularity, and she brought this new person into power through the Hunger Games and fought oppression. And she has the arrow pointed to the guy, but then the new lady, she's known as Coin, instead of shooting the guy, she just turns the angle up a little bit and shoots the lady, because she's the next oppressor, because she actually had to kill some innocent people, including her sister, to come into power.
Holy cow!
Yeah, at the end of it. So it's an awesome power. It just reminds me of the Democrats and Republicans.
It's
They're both the
exactly
same
yeah.
thing.
That's
They're both the same
that's a
thing.
great parable. I mean,
Yeah.
I just thought that's so unexpected because I figured that this would be one of those classical type of endings where she ends up killing
It was
the
a crazy
guy.
ending.
Yeah.
You got to watch it. Even though I just told you you're going to love it. So
No,
it
it's
reminded
great
me, the reason
because
why I said that is because Bassam, when he posted on
Yeah.
Facebook, Republicans will say we have to bomb the Middle East, and Democrats will say we have to bomb the Middle East, inshallah.
Exactly.
Right? It's all it is. It's,
Yeah,
it's the
because
same
it's
thing.
systemic.
Yeah.
The system is designed for people to climb to the top,
Yeah.
who will be able to, who will only look out for their best interests. Their entire worldview is based on, wait, what's benefiting me first?
Yeah.
And if if you happen to benefit from that, that's great. I'm glad I was able to help you out, but numero uno is number one, and whoever helped me into power, those benefactors will benefit from me the most. And then if you coincidentally, or even maybe I throw you a bone here and there, you benefit from that. That's just me being merciful, or it's great that you benefited. But the entire worldview, both Democrats and Republicans, will always be centered around themselves, because that's how. And this wasn't always that way. I mean, people like Chomsky have talked about many different stages that the United States have actually gone through in the industrial time, industrial revolution era, before the 1920s and stuff. The United States was very pro-worker. People would be able to get fair wages, have some kind of life. They weren't crippled with debt. All kinds of different values were in place so that Americans didn't have to suffer. But what happened was people of wealth and power saw an opportunity that, hey, well, why can't we just buy out both parties and have them work for us, and let the people argue about things that really don't matter to us. As long as we have all the money, that's all that matters.
And that's where the idea comes from.
Yeah.
That it's the major corporations that make policies, right? That's where that comes from.
I'm not saying like things like abortion and things like are unimportant, but the people who wield the most power saw these moral matters as trivial, and they're like, oh, let the people fight among themselves about that. As long as we control the wealth and the essential power in the country, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
Because in the end, when it comes to human civilizations throughout the millennia, the people who hold the most wealth have the biggest weapons. They have the ability to hire the biggest, brawniest man in the Colosseums where gladiators would fight. Yeah. So the wealthy will always have the biggest gun.
That's what Allah said, al-hakum takathur, right? Like accumulation of lots of things, wealth, whatever it is, of material is what is basically keeping you entertained and busy, right? That's what it's all about. Until you visit the graves.
So, Amir, we got a question for you.
On that note, real quick, you mentioned like abortion and whatnot, right? So there was this Christian guy I was talking to like a couple months ago, and they're voting for Trump because abortion and Israel, right? And I told them, like, because I used to be treasurer of college Republicans back in undergrad.
Used to be a what?
Treasurer of college Republicans.
Okay.
On campus. So, but one thing I realized was that like Roe v. Wade, the Republicans don't care about it. That's what I think.
They don't. The politicians don't.
It's just a tool. It's basically a tool because you got people who are single issue voters. Like I remember I'd meet these like Christian guys at work, and they would be like, "Well, I can't vote Democrat because they're about killing babies." I'm like, yo, the Republicans don't care about it. They're just using that as a platform.
Trump aborted like 9 babies already, bro. He doesn't care about Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
I mean, like
none of them. They just want us to be busy with these debates.
Yeah.
As long as you're not focused on the important things where they're stealing billions and trillions of dollars of wealth.
If
from,
they
from
cared
you,
about morality,
where they're not having to pay tax on ridiculous amounts of money.
Let's break it down, dude. If they cared about morality, there's no way Donald Trump would be the president, right? I mean, the man cheated on his pregnant wife. The man, I mean, he bankrupted so many companies, created a fake fund for a fake university, fake charities, walked in on young girls in beauty pageants. I mean, was hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein, right? I mean, he's no standard of morality, right?
Well, one thing we have to also understand with the liberal institution is that liberal institutions do not take back. They don't don't place morality back into the system. Like there's no law that whether it's related to age or anything that has been reversed towards conservatism. You know, there's no moral value. Like, for example, I'm saying abortion will never be reversed, and it'll never be banned, no matter how many Christians and Muslims or any other coalition of faith-based activism come into play. It's just never going to come, because the way a secular liberal institutions or systems work is that they're designed to piece away these values so that none of this stuff really matters, and we are subject to our own pleasures and desires, and we do whatever the heck we want. And that's our pleasures and our desires are essentially our core motivators, and money and wealth will be the way to facilitate the ultimate satisfaction of those desires. You follow what I'm saying? So how capitalism and liberalism, or the what's it called? The ultimate freedom from morality will be satisfied through the mechanisms that capitalism provides, the modern day interpretations of capitalism, right? The way of the exploitation of resources and every piece of humanity will be exploited for pleasure, right?
Yeah. No, so the dilemma that I had with people is, man, when I was talking about morals, they were like, dude, are you Republican or something? I was like, dude, I don't care about Democrats and Republicans. I'm just talking about morals. Like, where are we getting our standards of morals from? Like, dude, morals is just your own thing. It's nobody else's business, right? It's like whatever people do. I was like, yeah, there's some degree of truth to that. But what the discourse has become now is, if you're talking about morals, you're some conservative or something. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But listen,
You're
understand something. Wait, before Bush, right, in 2003, Muslims were overwhelmingly Republican.
Yeah, I know.
Because we morally aligned with them.
Yeah.
And
Well, I was the immigrant
that had
Muslims.
nothing to do with the fact that it's because they were taking our values from the Republicans.
No, I know.
It just so happens that conservative Christianity is a much like Muslims would view their own religion.
Yeah.
Right? They're against immorality, against this promiscuous lifestyle. No matter if they do it or not.
Yeah.
The point is they're against it in public. Like they don't want it. They don't want to endorse abortions or legalization of drugs or this encouraging of transgenderism and recognizing of sin in public, right? They generally tend to have this. So I always say this on a moral level. Muslims and conservatives have really little issues to differ on.
Yeah. So,
right?
Yeah.
It's a matter of with the acceptance and tolerance, where the right wing doesn't want to have any challenge to the society they want, meaning that it's either their Christian society or nothing.
Yeah.
Right? They can't accept conservatives like conservative Jews or Muslims. Like, they don't want that. They want, if you're going to be conservative, you follow Christian conservative values. If they weren't so rigid on those issues, like meaning that, about that, then okay. We wouldn't have a problem.
Are you talking about the kind of conservative Christian values that Ravi Zacharias engages in, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, the values were like, it's a prosperity Bible, and you go out and open a massage parlor, and you bang a bunch of little people, and then you act like you're God. I mean, you're God's
That
deputy on
escalated
earth.
pretty quick.
No,
Guys,
that's what he did.
No, I know. So one quick thing. Sorry, I'll go ahead.
No, sorry, you make your point.
So the second wave of COVID, I know everyone's been talking about this forever, but how serious do you guys think of what you guys have been observing in the news?
The numbers are going up. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Numbers are going up. I have we've had guests on who were doctors who were working COVID-19 units across Chicago, where they work on some of the foremost institutions that are related to COVID-19 and the fight against it. And those doctors have reported that there is a very high uptick in
the
chatter.
second wave.
Yeah, so there is they won't say it officially, but they're expecting a second wave. So we may have another.
But is it true? I know you're probably in contact with them, but is it true that the mutation of COVID has mutated to such a degree for the second wave that they're not going to be able to find any type of vaccine
The mutations
for it?
are still way too small.
Yeah,
From whatever I've read.
what we know about COVID is that COVID mutation is not a rapid mutation.
It's not.
No, it's much like some of these older traditional viruses that don't mutate, like polio, that don't mutate as rapidly as others do. The problem is not about the mutation. About that, there are different strains they've identified. The problem is that people have become more laxed in terms of restrictions, right? They're not taking it as serious. They're getting tired of lockdowns. They're opening schools back up. They're opening restaurants. They're having seating in restaurants, right? People, even among family members, they're becoming more relaxed, right?
Yeah.
Because this is something that it's not they don't view it as an existential threat. It's not in front of them, right? I mean, it's not, they can't see.
It's an invisible virus.
So like they would view, for example, someone with a gun, down the street, 2 blocks away, more dangerous than COVID, because obviously natural perception-wise, you perceive it as a more immediate
I'll
threat.
be honest. I've been going to the gym. I'm going to the movies. I took my kids to watch Tenet. It was
Man, you're
completely.
crazy, bro.
Are you wearing a mask?
Oh yeah, of course.
Nah,
But-
I haven't even done any of that. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but
think,
you have elderly people at
yeah, but
that
even
you're
then, I'm
with,
saying, I don't want to catch it, bro. Like, it's not about elderly or not. Like, dude, we don't know the long-term effects of it as a viral DNA. Like, I mean, think about this, bro. People just thought Zika was Zika, right? They didn't know that it ends up moving your genetics, right? Their kids born like Stewie, from like Family Guy, right? You know what I mean? No, it's just to be honest, right? And that's from Zika, right? You know what I mean? Like, but they had no idea they're carrying this virus. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Stewie. You called the baby Stewie.
but it's true. They look like they have the same football head.
That's
Do you know what I mean? So what? I'm not trying to say. I'm just saying I feel bad for them. So I'm trying to say, like, you don't know how it affects your genetics, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, why would you risk it? For what? Just because you have to go out and watch a movie? Like, you got to go out and do this stuff, dude? I don't know,
thinks
bro.
he already had in the
Even
winter,
then, bro, I'm saying there's
Some
other
people are
strains.
getting it. Some people are getting it twice, right? They found that.
There's a huge number of people who've gotten twice.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, bro.
I thought it was just a small portion.
No, man. There's no proven immunity for it. Like, they haven't proved it.
And vaccines ain't anywhere around the corner either, are there?
Well, even if they have a vaccine, bro, it's gonna take like a year for some tests. You can't just test people overnight.
Yeah.
Trump has remdesivir, which was like but it's not actually a new product. They've had it before. It actually kind of wipes away your, I think RNA or whatever. It works through somehow that way. I don't know the exact breakdown of it, but it was used for something else, but they put it on a shelf because some other medication worked better, so they brought it back out for this purpose.
Yeah, I remember that.
But, so it's not technically new, but again, the data is...
Do you guys know anyone that was in the testing for the vaccine or anything like that?
No.
There were some people locally.
There's only like 30,000 people.
Are you guys going to get the vaccine
Not
right
right
away?
away.
I'm
not that dumb either, bro. I'm
gonna wait 6 months until that vaccine
I'm
is
waiting a year,
clear.
Bro. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a year, bro.
Yeah, 6 months to a year at least.
I mean, I feel like, I'm at an age where, I only care about the immediate consequences. I don't care about 20 years. I'll be probably dead by that time. So I don't care about the 20 years line. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it also depends on like whether you're forced back to work as well. Like, hopefully.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, all I know is that even right now, like, all the major cities are having a huge uptick. Like, I mean, dude, you know what's crazy too? It's not even just the cities. Even rural areas right now are seeing like crazy numbers. And that's nuts because they're already rural as it is, right? But I mean, just imagine this, dude.
Bro, you know what they do. Those farm people, they go and play square dance in the town hall.
Dude, it's not just
that's how that's their weekend activity.
Let's be honest, dude. A lot of them believe Trump, and Trump tells them this thing is fake.
Yeah.
And they don't believe in wearing masks. Like, they think
That's
it's just
true.
it's just the flu.
I personally know people.
It's just the bad flu.
But hey, come on. The left also says, hey, as long as you protest, you don't have to wear a mask.
The left is equally stupid. Honestly, why would you go to a rally and chant BLM? Like, loser? There's like COVID around you. Like, whatever, bye. I mean, I wouldn't even be around you. Like, if you have COVID. They're trying to make this nonsense that, they're social distancing. No, they're not. I've seen all the videos. No, they're not. They're yelling and screaming and they're kicking and they're dancing and singing. They're not doing any of that stuff. Right?
Yeah.
You know what burns the most, though? After America's going through all this stuff, dude, there's like a huge rave that happens in Wuhan. Did you see?
There's a raid?
A rave.
Oh, yeah.
Where they're like dancing and partying and pool parties. Like, everyone's out. Yeah.
Like on a large scale?
Dude, it was like thousands of people.
So look, I want to ask you a question. So, with this whole COVID thing, the one thing, would you agree that Trump exacerbated the pandemic for the U.S.?
Yeah.
So is that a legitimate reason? Because putting aside the whole thing that voting is kufr and all that, but like, would that mean that like we should still vote for Biden? Should we vote for Biden because he would handle the pandemic better? Bit better.
Man, the damage is done.
Didn't Trump underreport it?
No, I
not even on report. He just totally said it's not real.
Yeah,
basically, when he knew it was real.
Because he pushed a certain rhetoric that people could say, like, cause people to like. That's why the U.S. has probably handled it worse than any other country.
He admitted to downplaying it because he said, "I didn't want people to fear."
Yeah.
Right. But again, this is well. Here's the thing, dude. To be honest, it doesn't matter, dude. The point of no return for COVID already done.
Yeah.
When we could have contained it, we could have contained it. We can't do anything about it now, bro. It's gonna spread. We're gonna have. I guarantee you, by the end of this, we're gonna have 500,000 dead Americans.
Really?
500,000?
How many are we at right now?
We're 200-some thousand.
Yeah,
Okay,
half a
well,
million is very,
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds
if
right.
the second wave is
Yeah.
gonna be,
I think they were predicting much worse though. I thought they were
Yeah, but I'm
they
saying
were predicting like a couple million, 2-3 million people were gonna
Yeah,
die.
but I'm saying maybe everything's said and done. You never know. I mean, if the second wave is going upticking as it is, and people are relaxed,
Bro,
you don't know.
I'm
are
just
they
saying,
saying second
Abu-
wave is going to be
Abu-
much worse than the first wave?
No. I think they're just gonna. It might instigate another lockdown though. So we'll see.
But it'll be state by state. It won't be like a national thing.
As far as I can tell, bro, Abu Ivanka, Donald Trump, he looks pretty good.
The Teflon Don, he's back in office, bro. 2024, he's up there. 4 more
But
years.
man, he's going to be doing victory laps all the way up until election day.
Oh, Bill, dude, he's gonna be. Oh man, trust me, bro. He's gonna be like. You know what they offered? Oh my god, this is the most hilarious thing. The day he got out of the hospital, bro. You know what they did? He's such a capitalist, bro. They offered $100 minted memorabilia coins for Trump, saying Trump beat COVID and
Bro.
is available in the White House.
So is he's not completely out of the woods right now, though, is he? He's still there,
man.
right?
I mean, look, dude, they're saying he's not, but look, listen to me, dude, Amir. Just simple logic. If he's the most powerful man in the world and they're letting him go home to the White House and he's walking around, the guy he's gonna get better. All right, he's obviously feeling better. He's not. I mean, he's sure he might be winded, whatever, but he's still fine enough to be at home.
And plus, he's probably on so many different types of medications that keeps the energy up and
Whatever it may be, but I'm saying he's fit enough to be out there and do
Cocaine,
whatever he wants to do.
Well, I heard he does take a lot of different concoction of
He takes a cocktail.
cocktail of different kinds of drugs that.
Hydroxychloroquine. No, but
No,
this one,
I'm talking about before, even without.
He's talking about recreational drugs.
No, it's not recreational, but he
it's
takes like different types of
multivitamins and like other kinds of like weird like
Adderall and stuff like that.
Yeah. He takes a bunch of stuff.
Oregano oil.
You know, but actually the funny thing is Trump actually doesn't. So here's the funny thing about Trump. Trump doesn't believe that like exercise and eating good is gonna save your life. He believes that each and every individual has a certain amount of energy, a life force. And if you exercise, you actually use majority of it. So you use more of it. So you shouldn't exercise because you only have a limited amount of energy. He views it basically like a battery. So if you use all your energy too quickly,
Do you think he really believes that?
No, let's just say that's true. Let's just say because there is a limited or finite amount of heartbeats that are assigned to your heart. Scientists have found out that genetically your heart is designed to beat at a certain threshold. Once it exceeds that, it's going to fail, right? How do you know that? How do you know what your limit is? You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the thing about if somebody says you're going to why would you exist if you know you're gonna if God knows what's gonna happen to you? You still have to do what
why
you
do good if you know if Allah knows you're going to hell or
heaven? Yeah. So I mean, you don't know the end result.
You're
you still
right.
have to do your part, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of silly, at least in that kind of theological train
yeah,
of
but it
thought.
shows you the mentality. So he
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, that's why the guy eats. I mean,
He's a
dude,
child,
The guy,
bro.
I bet you the guy has eaten
Happy
every
Meal.
item on the McDonald's menu.
Yeah, they went through his diet thing
He
where he
does
just eats
eat
fast
that.
food.
No, I'm like,
He eats
what's
fast food
that
almost
new
every-
burger they made for like the baseball guy, the football team, whatever? They have a new
McRib?
burger for McDonald's. They made an additional.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But-
I bet you ate that one too.
There's-
You don't care.
He's a child. He doesn't even eat at the fancy restaurants for some.
It's
He
like
eats
chicken.
McDonald's fries
Bro,
and
but when
McDonald's
he invited the
burgers.
Patriots to the White House, he had
He-
like McDonald's and like Chick-fil-A.
Dude,
And,
he is a personification of what the American people, or at least a large section of what Americans are, or what
know what
modern
this reminds me
eats
of?
McDonald's, or cares about what people are saying, watches the news to see what they're saying about him. So literally, that's what our generation or a large portion of
That scene from
Americans.
Talladega
Isn't that
Nights.
what entertainment is supposed to be about, though? Aren't entertainers usually doing that?
No,
to
most
boost
entertainers
themselves?
don't do that, dude. I mean, at least from the like, for example, Michael Jordan and them like that. You think they really care about what?
No, I'm talking about more. I'm talking about people who are more like the entertainment business.
No, dude, Amr, listen, the entertainment people don't eat McDonald's. They go eat like, you know,
No, I'm not talking about eating. I'm just
Yeah, but
talking
I'm
about
saying
him
even
acting like a
they
child,
don't-
like, paying attention to what's
No,
being said
a lot
about
of them
him.
try to hide from the public eye. Their publicists will go do stuff, but they don't really. I mean, of course, it bothers them. But Trump lives off the media. Dude, the man is tweeting at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's what
he's an attention whore.
That's what people on social media are doing right now, though.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'll admit it myself. I'm sometimes up at 2 a.m. You know, reading Twitter.
Yeah, but I'm saying-
and Facebook
No, I don't
and
mind
whatever.
that.
You know,
I'm saying-
but I do it like sparingly. You know, there'll be like a week where I don't post anything. But then,
No,
a
look,
few days I'll go
I'm
by
gonna
where I'll
send
do.
you- I'm gonna
I've
send
learned how
you-
to kind of mitigate my interaction with social media because just recently I was telling you guys, I'm off WhatsApp for a few days. I need to take a break.
Yeah.
You know?
Sim,
And-
bring the screenshot up, okay? I just sent it to you in the WhatsApp group. There's a difference, right? Tweeting. If you're the POTUS, if I have an important meeting tomorrow, I am not at 3 a.m. on Twitter arguing with some idiot on Twitter, right? No thanks. Right?
Yeah.
Well, just tweet this out. I mean,
Do you think it's his-
to
do
show
you
that
think it's
screenshot I
his-
just sent to you.
On WhatsApp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because look, social media changed everything, right? It makes.
It's not. I don't care about that part. I'm saying he's an attention whore.
No. So check this out. What I mean is, it makes the person much more approachable, right? So do you think it's just his way of just showing that he's super approachable to people? Yeah, I think there's a baby.
Bro, he tweeted something stupid. Like, I feel better than have 20 years ago. I'm like, yeah, I replied to him. I'm like, you don't think it's a steroid they giving you? I mean, like, it's just, it's hormone. I mean, they gave him steroids for his lungs because it was like, when you have low oxygen levels, you want your lungs to work more efficiently. So they give you steroids to fight infections or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, one of the byproducts of steroids is you have this energy, right? Like prednisone people take it all the time who have...
Oh, is that you get energy from that?
Yeah, bro.
I
I mean, it's a
didn't know that.
byproduct of having, a boost. But the thing is that, like, I told him, I replied to him, like, dummy, you don't think it's that? You know what I mean? Like, Mr. President, like, you don't think it's that?
You said dummy to the president?
Yeah, why not?
Whoa.
Who cares?
You need to watch your tongue.
For the
Yeah,
love,
whatever.
bro.
Screw
Obey
him.
those amongst
Dude.
who's been placed in authority amongst you.
Just shut the hell up, man.
That's
Remember
what some of
Biden?
some of the
Shut the hell up, man.
Shut the hell up, man. That was great.
Dude, that was the best entertainment in the world.
Donald
bro.
Trump is a clown. Shut the hell up, man.
Umar minkum.
Yeah.
There's you got.
Isn't that what? Isn't that? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
They put a
So,
tweet up.
guys,
That's
check
the
this
screenshot.
out, bro. Check this out. All I'm saying is this, man. When Trump told the United States that he's not going to be having morning briefings anymore, I was sad, bro. Because those morning briefings were so fun to watch. Fauci would say something, and Trump goes and completely negates everything he's saying.
Yeah, look at this thing. Dude, after back, like right at the back, he's like,
Can you
save our
zoom
Second
in on that a
Amendment,
little bit?
fight the corrupt fake news media, vote. But just vote. Better and cheaper healthcare, vote. Pro-life, vote. Like, he just did this whole series of Twitter rants.
What a nut,
at, like,
man.
So is that
at,
really
like,
him to tweet?
yeah,
Or is that
yes.
somebody
him.
else?
Yes, at like 2 a.m. in the morning, he's like tweeting this stuff out. Who does that, bro? He's going crazy, bro.
Is there a setting you could set on Twitter for automated messages?
No.
For timed messages?
If there was, he wouldn't know how to.
No,
he wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
he
and
wouldn't
listen.
What do you mean he wouldn't know? He's
No,
got
no.
advisors
Wait a
and
minute.
people.
Wait a minute.
the president, bro.
Amr,
Bro, he's in bed watching
Amr.
Fox News and doing this.
Yes,
Do you think so, really?
Yes. He admits
No,
that.
come
Amr,
on.
listen. This is not his POTUS account. This is his personal phone account. He's the only president right now who still uses his personal Facebook. I mean, his Twitter. Usually, POTUS has to use POTUS account. They have, but he doesn't even tweet on that.
I'm just putting myself in the shoes
Are
of
you?
his...
He tweets live in front of
I
people.
know he does.
You
But-
don't realize how stupid this man
No,
is.
I realize how stupid he is, but I'm saying this. I think that's why his supporters love him so much.
Yeah, of course,
bro.
because they're stupid like him.
Yeah, bro, but
Like
they love that he's like reaching out and entertaining them.
Yeah, but it's not just entertainment. They love that look, Americans down in certain areas, they love that "F you" attitude.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
we don't care what you say. We're Americans.
You love that too.
Yeah, but I'm saying to a certain degree. I love that being who you are, but I don't like the fact that you're gonna go out and act like a total buffoon on the internet and like on TV, right? Be proud of who you are.
But you love
Guys-
that he took off the mask, America moment.
Guys, we gotta wrap things up.
There was a question, by the way.
We don't have time for questions.
There
We
was a
gotta
question
wrap
like 20
up.
minutes ago, man.
Bro,
What time is
we
it
were done 20 minutes ago. This is supposed to be an hour.
What time is it right now?
2 hours. It's only an hour for 18, man.
All right, whoever asked the question, make sure to tune in on
Wait,
tomorrow.
is
which
it a
live
super
with
chat?
Shake. No. So live with the Sheikh tomorrow. You can ask your question there because we'll be on 7:30 tomorrow on the Multibus channel. You can ask your question.
7:30 or
8:30. 8:30.
8:30,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Cool. We will see y'all next time. Help us out on patreon.com/the Mad Mamluks. Make sure you subscribe to the Mad Mamluks, Muzzy Buzz, and Sultans and Sneakers. And we'll see y'all next time.
He looked at me.
And you want to say something?
Yeah, his channel. That's not here yet, but when it's here, you can subscribe to it as well.
If there is going to be one, we'll see. Inshallah.
All right. We'll see y'all next time. Assalamu alaikum.
All right.